Plaintiff Angèle Ozanne was friends with the defendant. And when the defendant was in an abusive relationship, Angèle was her confidant. However, Angèle is suing her today for breach of contract. Defendant Sabrina Sigu says Angèle was never a true friend to her. And for the past 6 years, she has disrespected Sabrina and ridiculed her behind her back. Sabrina claims she has always been there for Angèle and cannot believe she's being sued today.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Yes, sir. Sabrina and I met about 6 years ago. She was the host of a weekly event, a host and a performer at Bowtie Tuesday. It was an open mic night. I would do poetry, she would host and also perform. We became friends outside of that. I think at the time
I was a friend, you were never. Let's get that clear.
Okay, well we're gonna get to all
Okay, you
that.
can run it now.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Back to what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted.
Go ahead.
Rudely interrupted, but go ahead.
Be quiet. That's enough.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
Okay. And we became friends outside of that. She was in, if I can recall correctly, she was in an abusive relationship at the time. And I think I was.
How friendly of you to mention that.
One more time and her claim will be granted and you'll be thrown out. Go ahead.
Thank you. And I became a confidant. I was always.
She says you weren't even friends, let alone confidant.
She confided in me the relationship that she was in. It was an abusive
You ain't
relationship.
said nothing. It was an abusive relationship?
A verbally abusive relationship, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I would also confide in her for over 6 years.
Give me one example. When you confide in someone, you're calling them every week. Or if they have a troubled relationship, you're talking about it every other day, every week.
We would go out to have drinks. We would talk. She would cry.
You can't give me one example. During the month of such and such, she came to me and said, last night, he jumped on me or he cursed me out. He called me such and such names. He said he never wanted to be with me again. He cursed me. He's such and such. Girl, that's what he did last night.
Okay.
Now, out of all the confidential statements she gave you, you should be able to remember one incident.
Well, since it's so recent,
Keep it cute.
Hold on, she says very recent, so she can remember.
Since it's so recent, if I'm not a good friend, as of last night, she texted me and said that she is filing for sole custody from someone. And since I'm not a good friend, she confided in me last night.
There you go. What took you so long to think of that?
Go ahead.
Would you like to confide about your relationships and other things?
You smoke weed?
No, sir.
What's wrong with your memory?
No, sir.
That's the best answer, and it took you 2 minutes to think of it. Actually, think of one incident. Think of one incident. Last night.
Yes.
All right, did you do that?
Your Honor, I did, but a true friend would not have
Nobody
stood
want to hear
before
that.
you and said
Go
that.
ahead.
You're right.
Act like you didn't have a real relationship with the woman, and here you calling her last night, asking
Your
her
Honor,
to pray
I'll
with
tell
you.
you why.
Go ahead.
Within
you pray with her? You got the hotel Bible, don't
No,
you?
we didn't
Ain't
pray,
nothing
but we
holy
did.
about that spirit.
What hotel?
Ain't nothing holy
They don't
about
have
that
a Bible?
spirit.
I'm not sure.
You ain't look
I
for
didn't
it.
even look because I'm not here for that.
Y'all need a prayer. Go ahead.
Yeah, so anyway. And we texted back and forth, so I'm not a good friend. We actually went into conversation.
You have proven that point. And so what else about your relationship you want me to know? I know you said she's a performer and you are as well, and she's a host.
Correct.
So what has happened during the course of those experiences, you all working together?
She's hosted shows for me for over 5 years.
Everything's been fine?
Great. We did fall off one time, and we became friends again. Via other people, like,
frenemies,
What'd you all fall out about then? Let me get to her. Let me get to her, and you better be talking about something.
Good morning, Judge.
What do you want to say?
First, I'd like to say it's nice to see you again. I met you at UL Lafayette when I was a student there. Kind of snuck in, got a picture.
Lafayette, Louisiana?
Lafayette, Louisiana. Okay. But, Your Honor, I know that it comes across that I'm very bitter and I may seem to be ugly, but I was a true friend to Angèle. I was a really true and genuine friend. And I met her about 6 years ago. When I looked at her, I saw I'm sorry, a career-driven young black woman, and I admired her. Okay?
Eyes on cue.
I do cry because I'm a very, very
on
genuine person. It's not on cue. It's not on cue. I ain't no Angela Bassett, so it ain't on cue.
Go ahead, ma'am.
You brought up my abusive relationship friend.
Yeah,
that hurts,
that's how
Your
we
Honor.
Connected.
That
Friends.
hurts. So, Your Honor, I'm gonna start over. I was a very genuine friend, and I still feel, despite the name calling today, you know, that's not in me, but I'm tired of her. I've taken a lot. For 6 years, I have been ridiculed behind my back. For 6 years, she has done things that lets me know that she's not
Like what?
as genuine.
Ridiculed you how?
What
Be
have I done?
quiet,
At
ma'am,
karaoke,
please.
I'm gonna tell you what you done.
Please
boo.
be quiet.
You look nice. Love
Go
the
ahead.
top. Red looks darling on you.
Yeah,
Remember
thank
when we were at karaoke? We were
Talk
at
to
karaoke.
me. How does she ridicule you?
Honor.
Give me an example of
We're
the
at
ridicule.
karaoke. Now let me tell you, I'm in a new relationship. I have a son. I barely get out. I have to be honest with you. You know when you're newly in love, I'm in a house, I'm getting fat. I'm in love, I'm eating, I'm cooking. I got a man. I'm not looking to be out in the clubs and stuff, but she's still single. So she's still going out and having cocktails. She loves cocktails. Okay? So she calls me and says, would you like to go have a cocktail? I say, you know what? I could use an outing. And so I get out of the house, I'm being my normal self, enjoying myself. I started singing, and before you know it, they were passing me the mic to kind of host. It's what I do, it's my personality.
What does she do?
She got
To
jealous,
ridicule you.
clearly, or felt some type of way. She sends a text thinking that she was sending it to one of her other friends.
This friend
We're
is
all
here,
sitting
Yana.
at the table together.
This friend is
She
here.
sends the text thinking she was sending it to her and sent it to me. That friend is here.
What did it
and
say?
that
What did
friend
it
looked
say?
at me and I looked at
what
her.
did the text
It
say?
said something of the nature that I should have left her home because she
Oh
don't
my
know how to act.
God.
Something of that nature.
They lie on cue, too.
I then looked at the friend. I don't lie on cue.
She-
And the friend, I hope, can stand up and say that because she has not been able to admit to anything else because I don't need a crew. I roll solo. But she
right.
has to have someone by her side.
So
You
nobody can
understand?
back up the
I
truth
guess
other
Scarecrow
lies.
don't have a brain over there, so she running around following her, telling lies
You
to
gotta
her.
stop
Don't
the
tell her
name
name
calling
calling.
because
That's
I'm
all
the
she
best
has,
at
Your
that.
Honor.
Now,
That's
I
all
take
she
up for
has.
people.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Honor.
Thank you.
I done got it all.
So stop the name
I
calling.
got it all. They done call me rescue.
Stop it. Now, what are you suing her about?
On May 4th, I had a show. I promote male entertainment shows, basically
And
strippers.
female.
Well, yeah, we've done female once.
Go
or
ahead,
twice.
Tell them
ma'am.
what
Thank
you
you.
like, girl. You ain't gotta hide.
Oh my God,
You're
Sabrina.
not going to be quiet?
Sabrina needs
Yes,
to cut
I
it.
will. Go
Like,
ahead.
seriously.
I will.
But anyway, so I promoted a show for May 4th. She was paid in bundles. Her fees were $150
To do what?
to host
For-
the show. To host
okay.
the show, yes, sir. She
Would you
agreed.
elaborate on bundles for the judge?
Okay, judgment for the plaintiff, contempt of court on your behalf. Obviously, you're right because she won't let you get your story out. Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
Your Honor.
Judgment
You
for
have
the
a good day.
plaintiff.
Sabrina,
What have I ever
if
done
you would've
to you?
shut up and let me
Say it
talk,
now,
I could have
then.
showed the Texans.
Say
why you
it.
lie. You basically almost
Say
ruined-
what I have done to
Can
you.
you shut up?
Say it.
Thank you.
You said I almost ruined you and
Contempt of the
Tina.
interview.
How would I know about Mr. She talk about you like a dog. How you steal for money.
Oh, God.
How would I know that?
Then what?
But she
How would
was
I know that?
embarrassing.
Oh, no, you